Toy Story 2, we used a bunch of Linux and Unix machines. On those kinds of machines, there's a command, rm star, that removes everything on the file system as fast as it can.
Have you ever accidentally dropped something out of your pocket while the toilet is flushing? That's rm star. Somebody had run rm star on the drive where all of the Toy Story 2 files were kept, and things just started to disappear.
Woody's hat disappeared, and then his boots disappeared.
How animation... As I flip through here, you can see that each drawing is a little different than the last one. And then as I flip through at speed, the illusion of movement is created.
Pixar really wanted to show the public how animation works, and one of the ideas to do this was to build something called a zoetrope.
Zoetropes go back to the 19th century. If you imagine a barrel with little slots and images, each a little different from the last, it's like a shutter, and it shows you a little glimpse of that drawing across the way, and they appear to move. Studio Ghibli has this amazing three-dimensional zoetrope. John Lasseter had seen the zoetrope there, and I think he said, I've never seen an object that so well describes the basic premise of animation. When it was suggested that we do one for ourselves, it was a no-brainer. Instead of drawings, we're using sculptures. So what you're seeing are 18 different sculptures, each slightly...
Our good friend Joe Ranft was one of the greatest story artists of all time. He was the heart and soul of Pixar. And he's a big part of why people connect so deeply with our movies. Joe unfortunately passed away towards the end of the production of Cars, and boy, do we miss him terribly.
I don't know if I can be objective about myself, but I love characters. You know, they're not real, but you make them, it's an illusion that they are alive, that they've got something inside them that's motivating them, and it's driving them. I'm never bored when trying to crack what's going on with a character. You know, even if they're a bug or a toy or a car or a fish, on some level they're people. All the toys are worried, so Woody goes over to the Sarge and says, Sergeant, establish a recon post down. I really dig storyboarding, and somehow it's like in putting pen to paper, things occur to me that I wouldn't occur to me just sitting and writing. It's like, oh, I can see it. I can see how this would work. And, you know, it's fun to draw and explore what's there. And it's almost like you're kind of chiseling. But on top of that, very funny ideas. Sitting and writing. It's like, oh, I can see it. I can see how this would work. And, you know, it's fun to draw and explore what's there. And it's almost like you're kind of chiseling away when you're drawing. Or that's my process.
It was a very deliberate style. I mean, he really was searching. You could see in his drawings how he worked to get that drawing to look as good as it could. And I liked that about him. I liked that he was good, but he was always working harder to be better. He made us all better. He was our mentor. He knew the craft, was a gentle teacher.
I see, now it's all clear.
But on top of that, very funny ideas, very good draftsman, and probably one of the best storymen to have ever lived, if not the best.
See it, he's like, ah! He starts
telling story with heart, with clarity.
It's not about the drawing, it's about the idea. And Joe communicated in a very quirky, funny way, which that's a gift.
He was able to capture character, the situation, but his drawing was so clear. You got it like that, and you could read it from across the room.
So what he had to say was always worthwhile, and how he told it was so deceivingly simple that it almost was a disservice that made you think, well, I can do that, or anybody can do that. But over time, you realize, wow, he does something that nobody else can do.
I don't want to work on a film that's really cynical because I'm not really cynical. So I want to work on characters that make me smile and hopefully make other people smile, you know, or that they'll feel for, or that will surprise you.
I'm sure he could have become a director. I'm sure he could have done a lot more here, but I think he was happy where he was because he could affect the movie still and make it a great movie sitting back where he was sitting.
I like people, and I'm very curious about what makes people tick, and I'm always like trying to figure out what makes me tick. I started drawing when I was younger in school and would get in trouble for drawing inappropriate monsters on my books. Like, it's something I did because I wasn't really great in academics. I think it was the fact that I got involved in art that I became able to, like, function well in school. I was in trouble in school a lot. I won an art contest in 6th grade, and it was the first kind of success I'd had, or one of the first successes I'd had at school, and I decided I'm going to become an artist. Didn't know what type of art I wanted to do, but I was very interested in, like, monster movies and magic. I was really into, like, you know, doing silly magic tricks, which was a big hobby of mine. And I saw an animated film that was produced at the California Institute of the Arts on a TV show. And then I got a brochure for the character animation program, and it showed all these gesture drawings that all had this life in it, and like a little bell went off me. CalArts was great. It was a great experience for me, just learning from masters of animation, guys who had worked at Disney, who were all like 70 years old when I was 18 years old. And it was together with all kinds of other people who were really good. John was one of them. Tim Burton was one of them. A teacher named T. He really gave me encouragement to, like, do what I felt was good. He would say, oh, no, don't try. You're trying to copy someone else in class. No, do your own thing.
Joe Ramft? Oh, no. Please don't. Yeah.
I ended up, after my second year, getting hired at Disney, and I actually worked on various projects like Beauty and the Beast, and I worked on Little Mermaid.